What up, campers? This week we got a super fun one. We're at Smithwoods RV Park up near Santa Cruz, California. Let's get it. Alright, so we came up to Smithwoods to do some camping with friends. It's actually in Felton, California, but it's very close to Santa Cruz. But as you can see, we're tucked into the middle of this redwood forest. Pretty legit. The spots are actually a decent size, but they're not huge. The cool thing is though that they have actually at the back of 124 that we're in, there's like a nice little like cul-de-sac thing with the campfire, and so we have our little kind of living space, which I'll show you immediately outside of our trailer. But then we've got kind of an extra little bonus area back there that's pretty sweet. They are full hookup spots, but only 30 amps, so make sure to bring your dog bone. But man, having full hookups in this location, what a deal. These are the spots, and you can see that I really am tucked between these two awesome redwood clumps. I still got about a couple of feet between me and the fence over there. I wanted to get closer to the fence, but the guy who runs things wanted to make sure that he could see what spot number it was. So that was as close to the fence as he wanted me to get. But you can see there's quite a fair bit amount of living space out here next to our trailer. Everybody's got a little concrete pad with a table. I guess not everybody's got a concrete pad. That one's not on concrete. The really cool part, so at the end of our campsite, we have this little like notched out little campfire area, which is just tucked back, really tucked back in these redwoods. So very cool spot to just hang out, spot 124. Everybody's got a cool little fire pit. Here's a gander at the full hookups. We have a bunch of empty spots next to us, but that's what they look like, empty. There's a shot of our hookups. Water power, sewer, everything you need. In terms of the size of the spots though, I think anybody will be good here. I've seen everything from like smaller class Bs all the way up to big fifth wheels, and there's a toy hauler right across the way. So I think you should be good no matter what size rig. I think even up to like 38, 40 feet even. There's also tons of nature. I don't know if you can hear it, but the birds are just always chirping, and barely any noise pollution at all. So you really do feel like you're kind of relaxing out in nature. It's also right up on a creek, so you have nice views overlooking a creek and tons of hiking trails. So if you're into outdoor stuff, there's a lot of cool things to do out here. There's a little train that we're gonna ride later into town, but just a lot of cool trails down by the creek and through the forest and train tracks and all that cool stuff. So lots of cool exploring to do up here. The other cool thing is this area is just absolutely flooded with stuff to do. This isn't the only RV park. There's one right down the road. Actually, it's wedged in between 2 or 3 or 4 different RV parks. So if you can't get in here, check one of those. There's RV parks all over the place. The other thing is it's really close to Henry Cowell, which I think is a state or a county park. I'm not sure, but it's like a really popular place to go, again, for hiking, mountain biking, all kinds of stuff. There's like rapids down there in the river. So you have tons of stuff to explore and check out here, but there's also like a million things to do in this area. So huge, cool spot for outdoor activities. The other thing is it's fairly close to town, even though it doesn't feel like it. You can go into town, and I heard there's a bunch of cute little restaurants and awesome places to eat in there too. So good place for extended stays, I think. It's just super close to the Bay Area, the Central Coast, so you could go down and explore Monterey. You could use it as a home base to go kind of check out San Francisco and stuff like that. So again, for a long extended stay, I think this one would be pretty legit. There's also surprisingly a good amount of amenities here at the park itself. It's RVs only, no tents, but they do have bathrooms. There's a pool for the kids. They had a bunch of bikes and stuff laying around up there for them to use, and helmets, so if you don't bring your bikes, there's stuff here for them to use. They have a big old basketball court and a bunch of different games in the game area, like ping pong, and there's also a big playground. So for kids, this place is actually really legit. You get that balance between like the nature exploring stuff and stuff for the kids to do just hanging out around camp. That pool that I mentioned for the kids is actually heated, so super bonus. Alright, so now we're gonna head off and take the train into Santa Cruz and see what that's all about. And then we'll come back and do some exploring here at the campground. Let's get it. We just took an epic forest hike.
That was so pretty.
And now we're off to
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Yeah, this place is called Roaring Camp. This is where you catch the train to Santa Cruz. It's a legit little like mock mining town. Jake's has a double king and it was really critical for him to let me know. But yeah, it's like a little mining town that they built here about a mile from camp. Alright, we made it to the boardwalk. Let's go ride some rides. My gosh, now that is a donut. We're here on the Sky Glider. This place is pretty legit. A lot of fun rides, and it's right here on the beach. Look at this. Pretty fun little adventure day. All right, so we're back from the pier. It's the next day, but I gotta say, that train and just whole day down in Santa Cruz was absolutely bomb. Highly recommend that if you come to this area. The kids will love you for it, and actually it was a lot of fun for me too. Just driving in and getting to kind of take a train, an open top train, through all those redwoods and through the middle of that forest is pretty epic. Checkout time is actually 1 o'clock, so we're actually going to be able to utilize that on a Sunday. Usually you're just like kind of up, getting all your stuff together and getting out by like 10 or 11 or whenever they let you leave. So 1 p.m. checkout time, you can actually kind of make a day of your Sunday, which is super sweet. I'm going to make some breakfast. It is a really big campground, so we're in spot 124, but there's probably, I would say, almost 150 spots, maybe more. The spot we are in, though, is a premium spot, so these spots are $5 more a night, but that's why we got that cool feature at the back with like the oak grove built in and stuff like that. So, and I think that's why we get that extra little seating area back there too. So when you call the book, make sure you ask for a premium one. It's worth the $5. The other cool thing that I really miss about Northern California, what you get here is like that morning fog / mist where you almost think it's raining, but it's just a really thick, foggy mist that rolls through kind of when it's still early. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's a wrap for this one. The campground was the bomb. We're giving it 2 thumbs up. The area is the bomb too. And we had a lot of fun down in Santa Cruz. So that's a wrap. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, and we will see you on the next adventure.